Yeah, no, it was really cool being nominated for that, and it's one of those things where I try to be an all-around person. I don't like being defined by one aspect of my life. So, when I was becoming a student athlete, even at Western, I always tried to be well-rounded. Reach out to different areas, be well-versed in different things, and I just try to make myself a well-rounded person. So it's kind of cool to be able to be recognized for being an athlete, being a good student, and helping out in the community. So that's something I enjoy.
James, the last time you guys played Butler, was the beginning of a change for your team? That's the game that really inspired Coach Mack to change the lineup, starting lineup, and play the hard for you guys. Where do you think you guys are compared to that game that was 12 games ago?
I think we're in a better place. Defensively, we came a long way. We put more pride in defense now. And our confidence is up. We had a great win last game, and moving on to this game tomorrow, we're very confident in our defense.
Well, one of the things in that game specifically was rebounding, was something that you struggled with, and actually getting 50-50 balls. Where are you in those two areas, would you say?
I feel like we're a lot better as well when it comes to rebounding and 50-50 balls. We're not going to be perfect, but I feel like we're a lot better than where we were. And that's what it's all about, You always want to get better from where you were a month ago, So, leading into March, as long as we keep getting better and making a steady improvement, I think we'll be fine.
Hey, Matt, kind of a weird way to phrase this question, because I feel like the pressure is off, the edge is off a little bit after getting a big win on the road. A lot of people think now that you guys are okay, you can take a deep breath, but then again, you still have such a hard schedule left. Just kind of what's the emotion of the team coming off what you did and still have in front of you?
Yes and no, because we don't like losing as a team, and that's pretty obvious. But we want to give ourselves the best position when it comes to the Big East tournament, when it comes to the NCAA tournament. We don't want to squeak in by any means. We don't want to have to, be a bottom four team and have to play another game. We want to try to give ourselves the best chance we can to be successful. So although we're glad we beat UC, we're glad that we're putting ourselves in a good position right now. We don't want to have that hangover where you lose a couple games in a row. It's like, oh great, now you got to make sure you win these next two, or things like that. So we the pressure is off, but it's also still on for us because we always want to do the best we can.
How's your health?
It's good. I had a little bit of stomach virus the past couple of days and wasn't feeling too well. But yeah, feeling 100 times better now, and I'm feeling good going into this sort of last stretch of the season.
Matt, in the last Butler game, you had, I think, 21 points. Andrew Travis had 19. With him being out with a hand injury, how do you think that affects your opportunities tomorrow?
I think it definitely sort of changed the dynamic of their team because the guy we, think is going to take up a good majority of his minutes is sort of a bigger guy than Schrab is, and he's more of a true post. Schrab can shoot threes and sort of stretch out the floor. So it's going to be a different dynamic for them. So we have to be ready for that, and it'll change my opportunities more because he's also a big, strong guy. So it's not like Schrab wasn't a weak guy by any means. Really good player. It's just he was a different player. So it's going to change things for me. But I'll look forward to sort of reading how things go and playing it by ear.
James, what does it say about you guys? I think you guys have been known as a team this year that scores a lot, but that doesn't always defend as well as you guys want to. The way you won at UC, lowest point total in a win of this season, 59 points. And what does that say about this team?
It says a lot. It shows where our main focus was. Although we weren't perfect, but we gave a great effort all night, I don't think there was one possession where we totally just said, we're going to relax this play. I felt confident in our defense every play of the game, even when it came down to the last seconds. I feel great about our team right now. We've definitely got better since a month ago and a couple weeks ago. And I feel like we can only get better if we keep going hard in practice. So I feel very good as of right now.
What was it like in the locker room after that win?
It was great. That's what we needed. Everybody was happy. Everybody showed that that's what hard work can get you. We just have to keep going from there. And now we all showed each other that when we really want to play defense and stick true defense as one team, we can go out there and really do it, and that's what it leads to, success. So it was a good win. It felt great.
You guys are 3-1 against top 25 teams this year. You have a top 25 team here tomorrow. How much confidence do you have that you can't play with anybody?
I'm very confident. I love this team. You know, we bring it out. We bring our best game every time we step on the court. You know, I mean, we live for big games like this. We've lost a couple bad ones, you know, but you can't get those back. You just got to move on to the next one. And right now, we can only control Butler, who is a top 25 team, and what we can do tomorrow. Any other game after that, that's not in our hands right now. We just worry about tomorrow. So as of that right now, we feel very confident.
Matt, when you look at some of the history against Butler, just kind of who they are, I don't know if you call it a true rivalry, but there is some rivalry factors to it. Do you guys get up for a game like this, top 20 team at home, you know, in a big spot like this late in the season? You know, what does this game mean to you guys right now?
Yeah, I think it's a huge game for us. You know, if you can't get excited for a top 25 team to come into your place, then something's got to be wrong with you. And especially when it's, you know, a team that's sort of down the road, you know, same region and everything. I think there is a little bit of history, and, you know, it's fun, especially, you know, with some of the close games and in the past, and you know, the rivalry that's sort of been brewing. So, especially when they come into your place, you know, Cintas, we like to protect that home floor, and I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be electric, and, you know, it's always fun to play them.
You guys like all the snow?
No.
I'm from Chicago. I'm used to it, man.
See, the difference is in Cleveland, if you don't like the snow, you just wait 5 minutes and the weather will change. So,
Yeah, it's not like
staying
that
here.
where I'm from.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.